I guess I would win. I think I would win. I think I'd beat his ass. Du Plessis, my older brother, he's 4 years older than me. We grew up 3 brothers. I'm the youngest. My oldest brother, Viesia, and Neil's the middle kid, and he feels very sorry for himself because of that. But I mean, we had a great childhood growing up. All 3 brothers very close. I mean, me and Neil live together. My oldest brother, we see each other on a weekly basis. So I mean, we're very close. Me and Neil spend every day together. We train together. I mean, it's we have a great relationship. And you know, I got the passion for fighting, and he didn't do it at all until I became a professional. And he started just liking the jet sport, liking the grappling. And I mean, here we are a few years later, and this was his 5th professional fight. He just had it. As kids, obviously, we grew up, it's rough being 3 brothers. We grew up, we had quite a lot of fights, never really malicious fights, to be honest. We didn't have too many of those. We did, though, this one time, I do remember that we did. We had a set time and date that we are going to square off because we were just tired of, there was something happening, I guess. I split him or the other way around, snitches get stitches. And we met each other at the pool that day, and obviously I was like 8 years old, he was 12. So he beat me like a bad habit. It was crazy. So I mean, that was basically one of the memorable fights that I could remember as a kid. I would say I was about 16 years old when he was 20, and that's when the table started really turning. Like I think when he was a matric, I was a grade 8, so he was my matric. I think we had a role back then as well, but then he was just too strong for me. He was still, and then I started doing kickboxing, like really getting into it. And by the age of 16, it was the table started turning, I believe. Then I started giving him a hard time. It was like that, but my older brother always was the alpha in the house. Like he would just bully the both of us whenever he felt like it. And I guess that change came probably when I was around 18. Then that tables had started turning where there was no more older brother beating on the younger ones. I would say there's no rivalry, but if you ask anybody in the gym, they would say, no, that's ridiculous. Like when we and him go, like it's always a war. Like there's definitely that civil rivaling. Like closer to his fight, me and him, we don't spar because of that whole sibling rivalry. There's never ever bad blood in sparring, never ever. But you know, we've both gotten injured because of each other. Like it's just weird the way when we go, we always go harder against each other. And even though I've been doing this for a much longer time than him, like I don't take it easy on him because I know what he's capable of. And you know, basically he's the older brother, but I'm the if you can call it that, I'm the older one in fighting. I've been doing it for quite a bit longer than he has. Like Neil's is much more chilled, if you will, at this than me. He takes it seriously, no doubt, but he's a lawyer by day. For him, this is a whole lot more fun than it is a profession, if you will. So, I mean, we have a completely different mindset, but you know, we all have that one thing, and that's that competitiveness, and that's the one thing that you see on the match. Whenever we grapple, whenever we spar together, we train together every single day. So, I mean, when we spar, we definitely go against each other because we're the same weights, but it's always a bit of a war when we go. Like I said, we do everything together. We live together. I mean, we really get along. We have the same interest, even though we're 2 completely different people. We're always together. So, I mean, him being in my corner, he's always been in my corner, and like he wouldn't necessarily be the one who gives the technical advice. My head coach and my teammate Michiel Opperman, they are veterans in this game, and Monet knows, he does most of the talking, whereas as far as technical, everybody gives their input. Monet is the one that talks. I guess the fact that Neil's there it's a much more of an emotional. It's not all about being technical. It's about what vibe what mindset they put you in. I mean, if it means a lot to me having him there, especially winning the fight. He's probably my biggest supporter in the world by far. I don't even think there's anybody coming close to believing in my abilities like he does. Like sometimes he believes in me more than I do. And it helps to have someone like that in your corner, just to know like he has my back 100% and he has no doubt in his mind, and he really enjoys it. Like he's always like, he can't wait for it. Like he really enjoys being there, and I really enjoy having him there. It's just that I guess it's an emotional support, if you will. It's a weird emotional feeling when you're walking out such a big fight, and it helps to have that support system there. And Neil definitely forms a part of that support system for me. So I mean, it's great because we can train together, we party together, we do everything together. So it's just great to have him there always.